Hello Internet, I am the hero of Julios once again with another episode of Tutorialmon. In this episode we'll be going over the different types of cards in the game you'll be using. As of this video, there are currently 4 types of cards. Each card's type is indicated at the very top center of the card. There are Digimon, Digi-Egg, Options, and Tamers. Furthermore, there are 7 different colors that these cards can come in: red, blue, yellow, green, black, purple, and white. Each color is known for its own kind of strategy, save for white, which sort of fits into its own category. We'll touch on individual colors in later episodes, but know that all colors have the before-mentioned types of cards. We'll start with Digimon cards, as they are the main focus of the game. A Digimon card has 13 different things to keep in mind. I know that sounds like a lot, but some features are more obvious than others. First, obviously, is the card's name. This is the name of the Digimon. Some cards will refer to a card by name, while others will mention cards that contain the name. The play cost is how much it costs to play this card directly from your hand. On most Digimon cards, you'll notice a second number. This is the Digivolution conditions. If you have a Digimon in your battle area or breeding area that meets all the needed conditions, you can place a Digimon card in your hand on top of it. This is called Digivolving. Anytime you Digivolve, regardless of how you did it, you will draw 1 card. The top right corner of a Digimon card shows its Digimon power, otherwise known as DP. This is the strength of a Digimon. If it's reduced to 0, the Digimon is deleted. If it loses in a contest of power, it also gets deleted. There are other effects that will raise the power of DP or delete a Digimon specifically based on DP, but this is more of a case-by-case kind of thing. The level of a Digimon is the stage that the Digimon is at. This determines if they're a candidate for another card's Digivolution conditions. Obviously, the color of the Digimon is indicated by the general color of the card, but usually you can find the color right behind the name of the Digimon. Down near the bottom of the card, you can find the form, attribute, and type. The forms are most commonly Rookie, Champion, Ultimate, or Mega, but there are other things such as Hybrid Digimon. The attribute is most commonly Vaccine, Data, or Virus. However, things such as Free and Unknown Digimon are also a possibility. And finally, the type of Digimon. Reptile, Angel, Archangel, Royal Knight. There are many different types of Digimon, and sometimes cards will interact with those specific types. At the very bottom of the card, you may occasionally find some text. This is the inherited effect of that Digimon. An inherited effect only comes into play once the Digimon has properly Digivolved. For example, this Magna Angemon has an inherited effect. It's not an ability that Magna Angemon can use, but it is an ability that can be used by a Digimon that Digivolved from him. Located above the name of the Digimon is its effects. These are the abilities that the card has. Some cards have this or inherited, while some have both. And there are even Digimon that have none at all. Typically, these kind of Digimon have really high DP for their level in order to compensate for their lack of abilities. The rarity of a card is how likely you are to pull them from a booster pack. As of right now, the booster packs in America contain 12 cards. 7 will be common, 3 will be uncommon, and 2 will be rare. However, on occasion, one of your 2 rares will be replaced with a super rare or a secret rare card. Finally, the card number indicates where the card appears in a booster pack. Only 4 of a card's number can be in a deck, regardless of its art. That being said, some Digimon cards have alternate art. This means that even if you have 4 of the same card but they have 4 different artwork, you cannot place a 5th one in your deck. This does not refer to the name of the card. For example, Agumon has a BT1 version, there's also a BT5 Agumon, there's even a BT2 Agumon. There are Agumon cards pretty much in every booster pack really, but the fact that they're all named Agumon has nothing to do with the card limit. It is specifically their card number. Now that we know everything that's on a Digimon card, let's move on to Digi Eggs. Digi Eggs are treated as level 2 Digimon, also known as in-training Digimon. Like normal Digimon, they have forms and types, but there isn't a Digi-Egg with an attribute as of the making of this video. Digi-Eggs cannot be in the battle area. If some effect left you with one in your area, they would be trashed immediately. All Digi-Eggs have inherited effects, which have small effects that usually fit the theme of your deck, but nothing that would change the course of the game dramatically. Digivolving from an egg is usually how you start evolving your Digimon and drawing your cards. As far as I can tell, level 1 Digimon are the egg itself before it hatches. If you take a close look at the card art for most Digi-Eggs, you'll see the in-training Digimon followed by its baby form somewhere in the picture. I think this is a really cute nod to having the baby Digimon in the game without forcing babies to go into war. Moving on from that, we'll be talking about the Tamer cards. Tamers are semi-permanent cards that can be placed in the battle area. Like Digimon cards, they have their own play cost, card number, rarity, color, and name. They don't battle like Digimon do, but can provide support based on your strategy. As of the making of this video, all Tamer cards have an effect that activates when revealed in the security pile, playing them into the battle area. So don't be worried if it turns out your Tamers are in your security. Think of it more as you get to play them without paying their cost. The final card type is the option card. One-time use cards that cause effects when played. Unlike other cards in the game, you can only play an option card if a Digimon, Digi-Egg, or Tamer of the same color is on the board. At the bottom of an option card lies its security effect, which more often than not is the same as the effect that activates when you play it, but can on occasion have a different one. There are some that even have no effect at all, so keep that in mind when building your deck, as your option cards may end up in your security pile, some with different effects completely than what they usually have, and some that will activate it just as they normally would, but now they're activating for free. By understanding the 4 types of cards, you should have the knowledge to build a deck of your very own. My advice would be to focus on a low number of level 5 and 6 Digimon, and more level 3 and 4, to ensure you have the ability to Digivolve and draw at least once a turn. Once you're satisfied with your number of Digimon, add in some Tamers and options to fill in the gaps, preferably ones you'd like to see show up in your security stack. Our next episode will be putting that deck you built to good use as we begin to go over the game flow and what order you'll take the steps of your turn. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video. This is the Hero of Julios, Xing out.